Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to do a deep dive into what I believe is one of the most underrated cartridges ever made. It has a strong little following, but overall, I don't think a lot of people are talking about this cartridge. Today, we are going to talk about how to get the most out of your 7mm-08 Remington. This video is for those that want to get the absolute most as far as precision out of their 7mm-08. This video is not for those that just needed to go bang and kill a deer at 100 yards. Just about every powder will do that for a 7mm-08. We're going to do a little deep dive into the ideal powders for 708 to get the most precision. Now, before I go into the ideal powders, let's talk about maybe commonly used powders for 708 that don't make sense. These powders are too slow burning. IMR 4350, yeah, it's too slow burning. I would bet a lot of people use H4350. It's a really good powder, but it's too slow burning. And then relatively new, Stay-Ball 6.5 ball powder. That's definitely a no. And then lastly, N160. Really good powder, but it's too slow. Oh, about 2 weeks ago, you guys saw a short about a 708 shooting a 190 A-tip. It was using N160, and yeah, that was too slow burning. In my defense, I didn't load it. Let's just talk about reloading books. Reloading books are there to help you successfully make your cartridge go bang. They are not trying to give you powders that are 100% ideal. They're just giving you the powders that will technically work. Now, I just briefly was looking at Hornady's data, and honestly, other than a few ball powders, I actually like this list a lot. They actually have quite a few right, so well done, Hornady, on this. Again, I'm not the biggest ball powder fan, so I'm not going to use Winchester 760 or Accurate 4350 or Accurate 2495 and maybe Power Pro. No, but all these others, these are really good options. But I apparently spoke too soon about Hornady offering really good powders in their load data. What is this? N160 for a 150 grain bullet? Nope, not at all, unless you got like a 30-inch barrel. Reloader 19, that's even worse. No. And then, of course, no ball powder. All right, for those that are new to my channel, this is called Gordon's Reloading Tool. And it's a really cool software program that is going to help you narrow down what powders are actually ideal, which ones are not. So it's really nice. You can put in the cartridge. All of the details you give it, the better data it will give. Now, big disclaimer, GRT is not the end-all be-all. It does have mistakes in it. It works, but yeah, it definitely has its issues, okay? So what I did was put in like a 150 grain, and let's just put in a really awesome powder, H4350. And what I'm going to be looking for is the pressure, velocity, but when we're looking for ideal powders, we want a high load ratio. So 99% is great load ratio. However, that's not good. 95.6% burnt propellant. And so that's why H4350 is not an ideal powder for 708. It's too slow burning. Anything under 100% is a no-go for us, okay? So let's say we change that to, we'll go to Hodgdon. Let's go to Varget. All right. Now I switched to Hodgdon's Varget, which is a great powder all around for just about any bullet weight for 708. There's a hint for you. So we've got 94% case fill, which is good enough. It's a little on the lower end, but that's okay. But more importantly, we have 100% burnt propellant. And we have it even, yes, it's great that we have it near max pressure, but it's way more important to have it while, it's nowhere close to max pressure. So something at like 2,700 feet per second at 58,000 PSI, we still have 100% burnt propellant. So now I just want to go and list all of the ideal powders for 708 with a 120 grain bullet, whether that's like a Barnes TTSX or a Nosler ballistic tip. There's a lot of good hunting bullets that are 120 grain, and in a 708 with a 22-inch barrel, this is what the data will be, you can get really good performance. So, Varget, as I said, just an all-around awesome powder. 98% case fill. Now, these numbers are going to be at the max, and bear in mind, guys, your guns usually don't shoot the best at max, but I just want to show you the potential. So Varget could max out at 3120 with a 22-inch barrel. N540, another awesome powder, 99% case fill, 3105. Reloader 15, if you can get it, it's a good powder. 100% case fill, 3080 feet per second. H4895, 94% case fill, 3120 feet per second. N140, awesome powder, 94% case fill, 3010. So we're suffering a little bit on the velocity. N150, this has an asterisk. Why? Well, it's a little slow burning. You're not going to get your 100% burnt propellant below 60,000 PSI, that's for sure. And then another problem is we have really high case fill. Yep, N150 is still magical, so I put it in there. 3070, IMR 4064, 97% case fill, 3040. And lastly, IMR 4895, 96% case fill, 3100 feet per second. There are so many good options, guys, for 708. There's absolutely zero reasons. If you are wanting to get more precision out of your 708, there is absolutely no reason to go to ball powder. All right, we got GRT pulled back up. This time we're going to go with a 140 grain bullet, which I believe is probably the most popular, probably the best all-around bullet weight for 7mm-08. You're getting decent velocity, and it's a heavier bullet. It's got a better sectional density for penetration. So again, we're just putting in all the numbers. So 22-inch barrel, 140 grain ballistic tip. And what I want to use is Vihtavuori N540. We are going to be pushing over 2890 feet per second at the highest velocity. Now, again, as I said, most things don't shoot well at max pressure. You're going to easily get a good accuracy well over 2800 feet per second. And most importantly, guys, we have 100% burnt propellant and a pretty good load ratio, 97.4%. Let's go ahead and look at all of the ideal powders for a 140 grain in a 708 22-inch barrel. And I'm going to be honest, it's basically the exact same powders. We're not going to be going any slower yet as far as powder burn. Varget, it's great, 96% case fill, almost 2,900 feet per second. I just showed you N540 at 97% case fill, 2890. Reloader 15 is still a great option if you can get it, 99% case fill, 2,877 feet per second. H4895, I did include it. Case fill is pretty low. I mean, 92% at the highest pressure. It's not great, but things still shoot well, even if your case fill is not the highest. Again, not ideal though. N140, same thing, a little bit low on the case fill and really slow on the velocity. N140 though, it just shoots really well. N150, this is where it starts to make a lot more sense. No asterisks for this one. Super high case fill, which is good. And then a respectable velocity of 2860 at max pressure. Guys, if I were to tell you the two powders you should be shooting in a 708 and 150 in Varget, that's all you really need. IMR 4064, 95% case fill, 2830. And then IMR 4895, if you can find it, 94% case fill and almost 2900. Let's go back to the reloading books. This time we're going to be in Nosler's. Now, Nosler, I like this one. Yeah, there's some really inaccurate information as far as like ideal powders for a cartridge, as I'll show you here in a sec. But I really do like that they show the load density, so the case fill. Let's just go with this. IMR 4350. I said in the beginning this was not an ideal powder. It's not. It just isn't. It's too slow burning. Then check out the velocity. It's not great. IMR 4831. I have no idea why they would recommend IMR 4831. One hint on if it's too slow burning, and if you're looking at the Nosler book, it's going to have really high case fill, showing that you're trying to put as much powder in to try to eke out a little more velocity. It's too slow burning. Varget, Varget's a good option. 2750, 93% case fill. IMR 4895 is a little on the fast burning, but I still think it's a good option. And 91% case fill. It's pretty close to what I've gotten in GRT. H380, that's a ball powder, ignore it. N160, here's the real test to show you that, hey, it's a little too slow burning. 112% case fill. Yikes, for 2788 feet per second. It's way too slow burning. Ball powder. Reloader 15. Reloader 15 is still a decent option. It's definitely not what I have in GRT, but it is what it is. Reloader 19. Here you go again. 110%. Yeah, it's good velocity, but honestly, Reloader 19 is way too slow burning, okay? So let's go ahead and look at all the ideal powders for 150 grain. Okay, here we go. Varget. Nosler and GRT are kind of close with Varget. You know, Nosler said 93%, mine's 94 at 2,800 feet per second. So I can get a little bit more velocity than what Nosler says. N540, still a good option, 96% case fill, almost 2,800 feet per second. Reloader 15, for some reason they were around 90% case fill. I've got 98 for a max velocity of 2780. Reloader 17. This will get you the best velocity for a 150 grain. However, you're going to have to shoot it well above 60,000 PSI for it to 100% burn. So it's not ideal, so I have an asterisk. If you want your fast velocity, Reloader 17 is at 2865. N150, this is probably the best powder for 7mm-08 with Varget. 103% case fill, 2767. N550. If you can't get Reloader 17, get N550. You will get an incredible velocity with good case fill. 2,855 feet per second. IMR 4064, it's still here. Not bad, not bad. IMR 4895, a little low on the case fill, but it's still fine. And almost max velocity of 2,800. I know there's going to be some people in the comments saying, oh, my 7mm-08 loves Winchester 760 or loves 6.5 stable or H4350. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm happy for you. I'm glad it works for you. For the vast majority of people, ball powder won't work if they want real high precision. Again, this video isn't for those that just want to make sure their 708 goes bang safely. This is to get the most out of your 708 precision-wise. And these powders really cover it all. N140 for like a 120 grain bullet, N150, 140, 150, even a 160 grain. Varget works for all of them. This is all you ever need.